If you're feeling stressed, anxious, or just generally on edge, know that you're not alone. We've all been there, especially with all of the unrest and uncertainty of the past few months. So today, I want to share with you 5 quick things that you can do to quickly de-stress and relax wherever you are. And one of the easiest ways to de-stress and release tension is simply to take some time to stretch. So try putting your computer or whatever you're currently working on away and come to a seated position. And one of my favorite stretches to do if you've been sitting down for long periods of time is called the seated neck stretch. And to do this stretch, all you need to do is take your left hand and put it on the right side of your head, and then use your right hand to slowly reach out. And this is going to create a really nice stretch in your neck and shoulder muscles. And then you can repeat this on the opposite side as well, slowly using your fingers to pull your neck and shoulder muscles apart. And the great thing about stretching is that as you do it, it increases oxygen and reduces the tension that you hold in your muscles, which helps you to physically relax. And then once your neck is feeling a bit less tense, we can move on to targeting some of the back muscles. And one of my favorite stretches for this is the seated spinal twist. To do this stretch, simply put your left hand over your right thigh and then use your right arm to reach behind you, looking backwards as you do so. Hold that for a couple of seconds and then reverse it so that you can target the same muscles on the opposite side of your back. This is another great one if you've been sitting for long periods of time or perhaps have been standing without great posture. And then moving down to target your hips and thighs, you can do a seated hip stretch. Just take your left leg and put it across your right knee. And then if you're looking to increase the stretch, you can either fold over on top of your knee, or you can simply put your hands on top of your leg. And the great thing about all of these stretches is that you can do them while at a desk. So if you're at work and just needing to relax for a few moments, they're easy to complete then. But if you do quickly want to take this one step further, I'd recommend standing up for a moment and then going through a progression of touching your toes and folding over, then looking up and extending your back, straightening it, touching your toes again, and then you can slowly curl up and come with hands folded together, bending down on those hands slightly just to create a nice wrist stretch, releasing tension there. Then you can bring your hands all the way above your head, stretching up as high as you can go, and then bring them behind you, clasped behind your back, and then just try to extend them outward as far as they can go. And as with the other stretches, each of these helps just to release tension in your back, your neck, your shoulders, your arms. And then one last thing that I like to do, especially if I've been immobile for a long time, is just to shake out my arms and loosen things up. Even small stretches like that, though, really can help us to kind of recenter, to reduce anxiety, and also to reduce tension in our minds and bodies. Another great way to rapidly de-stress is to focus on slow, deep breathing. Often when stressed, we take short, shallow breaths, activating our fight or flight brain and kind of putting us into survival mode. And this happens all too easily when we're anxious or stressed. And so it's important that we consciously change the rate and pattern of our breathing. And a great way to get started with this is the 2-to-1 ratio, where you exhale for twice as long as you inhale. So inhale through your nose, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then exhale through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. By practicing this kind of slow, deep breathing, we're able to lower our heart rate and decrease muscle tension in the process. So try spending 1 to 3 minutes focusing on your breath, pushing all other thoughts aside. Be conscious of the breath coming in and going out, and focus on the sensation of inhaling and exhaling. And depending on how much time you have available to you, going on a walk can be another incredible way of being able to instantly create a sense of calm. And exercise, even something simple like walking, is a great stress reliever because it helps you to blow off steam and release endorphins, which are immediately going to make you feel less stressed and more relaxed. And not only that, but getting outdoors is one of the best things that you can do to regain perspective and return in a new frame of mind. So get outdoors and stretch your legs, and as you do so, try to let the worries or the stresses that you have just slip away and enjoy the beauty of being out in nature. Try to notice the little details like a beautiful flower or some colorful leaves or even the sound of a nearby stream. There is something so calm and peaceful about being out in nature. So if you've had an unrestful week or you're looking to relax, just try spending some time outside. And you don't need to be out for long to be able to feel these effects either. Even a 5 to 15 minute walk really can do wonders for your mental health. All right, another of my favorite ways to get centered and to kind of bring ourselves back into a healthy headspace is to spend some time in reflection, either journaling, praying, or simply thinking. And especially if there's something specific in your life causing a feeling of unrest or stress, spending some time journaling and working through what you're feeling can be incredibly helpful. Too often in our busy lives, we don't spend time working through and dealing with what's actually causing us stress, which in turn often simply makes matters worse. So take some time either in a journal, or maybe you just want to sit and reflect on and think through what it is that you're going through to gain clarity, perspective, or even find the solution to a problem you're facing. And then as a Christian, something that I like to do after these times of reflection is to pray and hand over my concerns or worries to God. It's a great comfort to me knowing that He's in control and loves me no matter what I'm going through. And then one final simple yet powerful way to de-stress is simply to take a break. If you're ever feeling anxious or overwhelmed, it is okay to simply take a step back, even if it's just for a few minutes. It can be so easy to get caught up in our work and routines that we forget to take time for ourselves. But whether you want to take a break for 5 minutes, 15 minutes, or even an hour, it's important to try to use the time that you're resting to completely reset. During these times, try to avoid looking at your phone or watching TV. Often, these are only going to add to the stress that you're experiencing. Instead, try creating a peaceful and calming environment around you. Maybe you want to light a beautifully scented candle to create some aromatherapy. Or perhaps you want to make a delicious caffeine-free tea. And then if you have time during your break, something else that I love to do is to squeeze in a quick chapter of a novel. I love reading fiction during breaks throughout the day because it helps you to kind of get your mind off of whatever you're going through and just for a couple of moments to get lost in a good story. Obviously, though, you can do whatever you find the most relaxing, but just try to focus on calming down and creating a reset so that when you return to work or whatever you're currently dealing with, you can do so with a fresh perspective. So those are 5 quick ways that I like to de-stress and relax, and I hope that you found this helpful and that you might be able to use some of these to create some calm in your life as well. I hope you enjoyed this video though, and if you did and you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button below for more simple and intentional living videos coming at you twice a week. That is everything for today's video though. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.